Has this ever happened to you? You drop a box of nails on the floor, you find your favorite magnet, you run that magnet across the floor to pick up all those nails, and you come back with this. Let me show you some ways to prevent this from happening, and also if this does happen, how you can clean it up. Stick around. What? Put inside of a Ziploc bag. Got my magnet here. I want to pick up all the stuff down here. I know I've got shavings and that kind of stuff with inside of it. I can bring it over to my bucket, pull them off, shake off that shavings. I don't have to worry about getting any of those shavings on the magnet. Okay, now let's say that we forgot to do something like that. We forgot to put in a bag, paper bag, maybe even a piece of cloth over it. And now we've got these shavings all over our magnet. What a pain. These are a pain to get off. Literally, because you'll stab yourself by trying to pull these things off. You can, and most of these are pretty harmless, but you've got some that are like daggers. Now, here I'm wiping this off, but something that you can do, I think some people overlook this idea, is just to use some tape. Use some tape, that'll pull off the big stuff. You can't use another magnet, obviously, because another magnet will just, it'll attract to another magnet. I guess you could put a bag on it, but okay, now we've got that off. What about that inside there? How do we get that out? Well, we can take a file and sit there and, you know, do this and try to pull all those out. That is a real pain. It is not a fun game. Or you can do what I usually do, if I can remember, and that is to take a hot glue gun and just squirt that right inside that area that I cannot get to without using some kind of chisel or something to dig it out. Put that hot glue around that surface and use the file like before, or anything sharp, or even just pull it straight out. And that'll get our shavings out just like that. Just pull those shavings right out. You can see all those metal shavings in there. Now, I've seen other people that will use a brush and just wipe those away, and that works great. It does work for the most part. Except for what about right there? I'm going to put some of this hot glue in here, and then rather than waiting for it to cool off and then continually rubbing each layer, I'm going to take my file and I'm going to mix it all up. So there's a thick layer of filings on this. I'm just going to mix that glue into it so that I get down deep, and it's kind of like a mess of file shavings. I'm going to let it cool. And we're going to pull it off. There we go. Big difference. So that's my tip. You can use a brush to brush off the filings. You can use tape, hot glue, use a bag if you want to prevent shavings from getting on your magnets. Because you really don't want to get those, allow those magnets to touch machines or anything that has any kind of paint on it, which will really mess up the paint. If you liked this video, give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, all that fun, magical YouTube stuff.